What's going on? Happy Monday. It's pitch black. It's the Pacific Northwest at 7:27 a.m. on a Monday. It doesn't get light out now till like, I don't know, another 10-15 minutes, but that's okay. We're gonna get her done. We pulled the 47 meter pump in here. Nice setup area, except for they left it too narrow on the back here. So it's pro stack cribbing time. We're gonna set the rear leg down on this lower area here. We'll level it off a bit with a shovel, stack some blocks up, probably about 4 feet. Lots of room for the front legs here. Not super worried about the 1-to-1 ratio here because this is solid stone, if you couldn't see. So we're gonna pull James in here, keep his back end over a little bit. It's a little squishy in there, so keep his tires off of that. And we'll throw a front leg in here, front leg about over there. Swing the back leg out, drop it down, boom, boom, boom. I'll show you what we're pouring when it's a little bit lighter out here. It's a little bit too dark to see, so. Probably pull him straight in here and then cut him over at the last minute. Oh, those lights are blinding. And cut him over. Something like that. This makes me very happy. Oh, you know what? We might have to bring the back end over more because I feel like we're gonna end up landing an outrigger right on the edge of this break here. We'll see how it goes, see how it turns out here. Give me 1 sec. Paste this off. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it's 4 paces, 12 feet wide. It's gonna put us right on the edge. I'll kick the back end over more. Your back leg right now is gonna be like right on the edge, so I'll back you up a bit and try and get your tires over another like 2 feet. Okay. Put a little marker down here so we know how much further over we need to get him. Oh, here we go. Handy piece of garbage. You want the back tires right there. And then we'll bring him straight-ish in and cut him over a little bit later here. I would rather be down low with that leg and curb it up than right on the edge. I don't like being right on the edge like that. Not when it's a bunch of fill like it is here. Good. What's that? James wants his wheel chalk. And it is... Where the heck is it? Let me ask him here. Whereabouts is it? Where do you keep it? On top of the fender? The box? I couldn't... Oh. Oh, it's on top of the box on the other side. Yeah, I get it. Oh, I thought you said it was on the other side. Oh, you did? Okay, so that was you, not me. Okay, good. We've established that. Okay, James was wrong, I was right. Okay, we'll rinse the road grime off with the hose here, as I always do. Little trick to keeping the truck clean. And then we'll... Oh my God, who rolled this hose up? I guess they don't believe in long sweeping loops. Wow, that'll be a knot. Let's see. Oh boy, yeah. That's why I don't do it with the hose. Camera and teeth time. Here we go. And yes, I know the window is open. This is the Rain City trick to keeping your rig clean for most of the fall and winter without having to use a soap and a brush every day. Every time I stop on site, I rinse the grime off. Get back to the yard, rinse the grime off. The minute you let that grime bake on there or cake on there, now you're into soap and a brush territory. And the very next morning when you pull the pump out of the yard, it's going to be covered in road grime within about 30 seconds anyhow. So why go through that for next to nothing, right? That's all it takes, quick little spray. Let's see where our back leg sits here. Oh, it's still on the edge. Bugger. Well, hey, how you doing? Probably have kept the back end over and not even use the blocks. That's so annoying, eh? We could shift the back end way over and then not use the blocks, but then you're still right on the edge, and the mixer guy's gonna have his tires right on the light post. So we got the blocks here, whatever, I'll just use them, then next time it's all set up. Give me a shovel, I'll get at this. I'm a good shovel guy. Here's where we'll set the camera down. Alright, so here we go. We got the kit. So you got the base pad. Nah, not on the back, it's fine. Base pad with this diamond texture surface to it. Blocks on both sides have a corresponding diamond texture. So they lock into that pad. 2 blocks this way, 2 that way, 2 this way. Then on top, we'll throw this grip pad. And that goes between the blocks and your top pad. So I'll throw this together here right now in real time. And there you go, just like that. We've got, oh, I wish I remember my measurements offhand right now. But these, I believe, are 8 inches tall each layer. So you got 24 inches of cribbing there, so 2 feet of cribbing. If you were to do that with 4x6 timbers, it's 6 pieces per level cribbed out, you would be about 40 pieces of lumber. So this is way quicker, much safer too, actually. Excuse me, I'm a little bit winded right now. My age is showing. But there's an old YouTube video. It was the fire department of Kentucky, I believe. They did a test comparing a very similar type of cribbing block to cribbing up with 4x4s as well as 6x6. They did a comparison between the three. I will insert that clip right now. And then, to give credit where credit is due, I will leave the link to the company that sells those particular blocks. Very similar concept to these DICA blocks, but just to kind of give you an idea, every time I post a setup using these blocks, you get all kinds of people chiming in about how it looks dangerous. It's much more safe setting up with wood, yada yada yada. I promise you it is not. So like I said, the reason we did this, I prefer this over sitting right on the edge of this break here. We are not fully booming out this way. I don't even know if we're pouring that stuff today. It's just we will be back here in the future, so I wanted to get this dug out so we're all dialed in for future setups. But I do, even that being said, I like to have at least one back leg fully rigged. As such, when I'm lifting the boom out of the cradle to unfold, coming back to cycle, things like that. It's nice to have that peace of mind having one side fully rigged. I know there's ways around that. I won't get into that. That's kind of off the record stuff. But yeah, this is going to work out really well. Why didn't we sit further that way, you ask? It's really mushy down in there. It's only got a thin layer of fill on top, and it's all that mulch from their garden. Other reason being, we have rear discharge mixers, booster tires from the booster axle. They stick out quite far. Light post gets in the way. Where this fence ends and this tree barrier, this gives us a better line at things. Coming about like this, flip the chute down. Just works better all around. Let James get the legs planted here. But you'll see how stable these are. When he puts load on this, this isn't going to move at all. It is rock solid. Kick that pad over about 1 millimeter. There we go.
Good?
Yeah, you're good. Pop right in there when you get some load on it. Well, maybe not. Lift it up a bit. I'll kick it in a little more. Lift it up again. I'll kick the pad in a touch more, just so that we're my OCD is appeased. There we go. Lock that foot into that circle. It's still got lots of coverage on that top circle. That ground in there was really, really hard. Trying to knock that out with a shovel was like basically trying to start a campfire. Just sparks everywhere. So there you have it. Cribbing blocks in place. The other advantage I found with these, pointed out in previous videos, if we were pumping hard, pumping several hundred or thousand yards, especially on the newer Putz pumps, a lot of them use a smaller diameter rod on the down leg. You get a lot of flex when you have that fully extended in the pumps stroking away hard. But the blocks I can curb up. I can leave that foot retracted into the leg a little bit more, and I don't get as much of that deflection in the chrome rod there. So yeah, I am really quite happy with this. So other thing worth mentioning, a lot of the newer machines, or some of them, are 56 meter being one of them. They have very limited travel on the downstroke on these front legs, to the point where it's, geez, about half of what it is on this older generation 47. So we keep 4 blocks on that pump at all times, strictly just because of that. So I'm thinking they went to that shorter leg to try and save weight when things are really hot and heavy into the lightweight era of pumps there in the 2014-ish kind of realm of things. It seems like now they've reverted back to making things a little bit heavier. Pendulum swung a little far one way. Now it's coming back to center, kind of hopefully where it will stay and where it should be, in my opinion. So anyhow, yeah, we got about 6 loads of concrete in here. Too bad it's clouded over. It's a beautiful view normally, but you can't see much today. But yeah, like I said, we are on the edge of solid stone here. Otherwise, I would not set an outrigger this close to the edge. Get a little better look here. That is solid rock, so not going anywhere. Otherwise, as we all know, assuming that's about 15-foot drop, we would set our outrigger 15 feet back from the edge of that drop if it were a excavation with more conventional soils. But with solid stone, there are some variances to that 1-to-1 rule. This being the perfect example of one of them. So anyhow, other than that, pretty standard job. Not much else to show here. So I think we'll leave it at that with the old, well, you know, like, share, subscribe. Like, share, subscribe. Speaking of subscribe, I think by the time this video airs, we should be at 2,000 subscribers, which is crazy for a concrete pumping channel. Unreal. I didn't think there'd be 200 people to be interested in watching this stuff, let alone 2,000. So there are others like me out there. Comfort in numbers, right? Like, share, subscribe. Over and out. Okay. You guys know that I am way too OCD to leave that pad not perfectly centered on top of the cribbing stack. So we had a little extra time. So I did a lot of extra digging to get a little bit of material out to move that pad over. So now we are perfecto. Not that there was anything unsafe about it before, but I like things to be aesthetically pleasing and perfect. So there you go, one perfectly centered Pro Stack pyramid lock cribbing kit.